Good morning, all you grinders. Welcome back to the Driver's Grind. I think today will be a little different. I think I'll tell you exactly why I started doing gig work and why I continue to do gig work. As you can see, I'm sitting here at Walmart waiting for orders on this foggy Monday morning. So, the reason I started doing gig work is me and the wife, originally from Pennsylvania, decided to move to Florida. She went back to school. She's now an x-ray tech. But for 2 years, she was out of work. So trying to live in Florida on one income doesn't really cut it. Especially after we sold the house up in Pennsylvania. And that money starts running out. Bills build up fast. So started doing DoorDash. Applied for Instacart, applied for Spark, applied for every gig app I could, Uber Eats. And Uber Eats was the first to accept. And then DoorDash was only like a week or so later. So I started doing DoorDash pretty heavy. And while I was doing DoorDash, I'd make $300-400 a week in the evenings and on the weekends. But if you make $300-400 a week doing DoorDash, you're also driving 300 miles plus a week. So then I got off the wait list on Spark relatively pretty quick. I think it was within like 3 weeks. I started doing Spark, I think it was like the middle of December last year. And then I went from that, I'd come home from work, do it in the evenings for a couple hours, do it on the weekends when I wasn't working. I'd pretty much run 7 days a week. And with Spark, I'd do $400-500 a week. But I'd only drive 200 miles. So money to mileage made a difference. So I ran that 7 days a week until she graduated. She graduated in June of this year. And you can imagine one income for 2 years, you run up a lot of debt just to survive. So now I've been running mainly Spark. I do still do a little DoorDash, a little bit of Uber, a little bit of Uber Eats, a little bit of Instacart. Still waiting on Shipt, Roadie, and Flex. But the closest Flex is clear down in Orlando, about an hour and a half away. So not sure if I'll get on Flex or not. But anyways, since June, promised the wife I would not go out through the week. Stay at home and spend more time at home. So I started doing Spark just mainly on the weekends, because whenever she started her job at the hospital, she works Thursday and Friday 8-hour shifts, but Saturday and Sunday she has two 12-hour shifts. So I figure I might as well go out, and then whatever money I can make doing gig work, start paying off a crap load of debt. Which, that's been about 6 months now, and I have not got anywhere with debt, because we constantly, something else pops up. But I rather do enjoy being out delivering for Spark, doing all the good work, gig work. It's actually kind of relaxing to me. I know that sounds funny. But one thing I have noticed, And I'm sure anyone who's done gig work for any length of time definitely do not take every order. So I do cherry pick. I started Spark working at one Walmart that's about 8 miles away from where I'm at now. And it was going pretty good. And then a couple months ago, it all of a sudden like slowed way down. At least the orders are still popping up, but they weren't really worth anything. But I noticed they hired a lot of new drivers. So I jumped over to this Walmart, which is about 8 miles away, 8 or 9, somewhere around there. And this Walmart is probably 2 or 3 times bigger. And the volume of orders is way higher than the other Walmart that was smaller. So it is routine for me to see orders going 6, 7, 8 miles, but the offers are $50, $60. So I routinely now make, probably on a Saturday. Now, a Saturday I'll go out 14, 15 hours and make $300 to $400 in a Saturday. Sundays I tend to only work till about 1, maybe 2 o'clock. That way I can at least get a little bit of relaxed time before I go back to work. So I'm still running 7 days a week, just not as long a days throughout the week. It gives me more time at home with family. But as you all know, even though physically gig work isn't stressing, after you run it and you're doing it 7 days a week with no breaks, you still get mentally drained and ready just to crash and burn. So that is why I started gig work, and that is why I continue to do gig work. And now I've started a Facebook group for gig work called The Driver's Grind. If anyone would like to join in that group, just get on there and hop in. I think there's about 250 members at the moment, and it's been growing pretty fast the last couple weeks. I also did start an Etsy shop on the side, which there's gig work gear. You have like tumblers and sweatshirts and t-shirts, and I'm constantly adding new stuff in there. If anyone is interested, eventually I'll drop the link in here once I get the shop pretty filled up with some items. Trying to mainly stay with items that are used by gig workers. Trying to find if they have like phone holders for your car and stuff. That would be pretty cool, because if everyone knows, you have to have that. But that is a quick summary of why I started and why I still continue. Now, people think I'm crazy because I have a 4-wheel drive Chevy Colorado. That's what I do everything in. Old girl has 187,000 miles on her right now. Hopefully she keeps kicking for a while. And people be like, don't you spend a lot of gas? But really, not too bad. I put a full tank in before I start on the weekend, and I might run half a tank to 3/4 through the whole weekend and still make $400 to $500. So even though I drive a truck, it's really not that bad on gas. But one thing I did learn, which I didn't know, is when you do have a truck, make sure you have a bed cover on your truck. Because Walmart will not let you take orders. Well, they only let you take one, maybe two. You cannot take a 3-batch order from Walmart, which is stupid, even though you can separate them in bins. But bought a truck cover for the truck, so now I have that. But every Walmart is different on their rules. Like the first Walmart I started at, excuse me, you had to have one order in your front seat, one order in your back seat, and one order in the trunk. They would not let you do anything else. But the Walmart I'm at now, I got 3 bins in the bed of the truck. They let me put 3 orders back there. So it all depends on the Walmart you go to. And I know, I got off topic, didn't I? Oh well. But, and I know I've seen some things where Walmart's not letting only the drivers in the vehicle now. You're not allowed having either your kids or significant other riding with you. But I feel like that's depends on whichever Walmart you're at. Because this Walmart here, like yesterday, there was 3 people in the car with a Spark driver. They don't say anything, they don't care. But probably because their order volume is so high, they just want to get stuff out the door. So still don't have no subscribers, views are low. But you know what? I'm going to keep grinding away. We'll keep the videos coming, and hopefully we can get the YouTube channel growing, as well as the Facebook channel growing. So if you'd like to subscribe, I'm putting out at least 1 or 2 videos a week now. Sooner or later I'll put my face on the camera, but I'm a little camera shy. It took a lot just to actually talk on camera. Looks like the sun's finally coming up. Oh, do I have an order here? So they keep giving me orders from Dunellen. And Dunellen is about 25 miles from here. $16 for 8 miles. Not worth running 25 miles just to do it. Which makes no sense as well. So I got a Walmart that's 8 miles away, a Walmart that's 30 miles away, and another Walmart that's 20 plus miles away. Oh, what's this one? I might have to start taking crappy orders just to get moving. $17.61 for 11 miles. I think I'm going to hold off because it just hit 7:30. And all the round robin orders should be coming out. If I don't get anything here soon, we'll pop DoorDash and Uber on. Yeah, and like I was saying, the Walmart that's 8 miles away, you would think would be grouped with the closer Walmart, but it's not. This Walmart is grouped with the Walmart 20 to 22 miles away. And the closer Walmart is grouped with a Walmart that is 20, 25 miles away from it. Makes no sense. But that was a quick little summary of why I started, why I continue, and I'll probably keep continuing. You figure if I can make $1,500, $2,000 a month extra on the side, which nowadays nothing is extra, and help pay down debt, I'll keep grinding away. So I hope everyone has a wonderful Monday, and I will be back sometime this week with another video. Stay safe out there, people. Especially in Florida, you got some crazy drivers. Later.